Hello everyone and welcome to another Starcraft 2 live cast. For this one we are... I don't know what we are. We are starting the introduction too early is what we're doing. Let's see what we get here though. We got a Terran on Lost and Found. So a pretty strong Reaper map. Something to be aware of.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Alright.
Not enough minerals.
Supply depot.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required.
And the barracks. (15 to 16). We'll queue our SCV to our natural.
Game paused.
There's a lot of things you can die to early game, TvT. So I really try to put an effort into not making any mistakes with this build. Making sure as soon as that barracks is done, it makes a marine, and there's no gaps between the second and third and fourth marine. Really want to be on top of this build or get the factory to starport tech going, as well as getting the high stick auto tracking in time and getting up the missile turrets and the planetary and the bunker at the ramp. Really spending through every penny that comes in. And even in doing all of that, there's still a lot of stuff that executed well I'll probably die to. So the goal is to be able to hold the rest of the stuff that I can handle, and even the stuff I can't handle, if it's not executed perfectly, I want to be perfect, and that will be enough to make up for the that. Because some of these all-ins are so close that it could really go either way.
Target acquired.
For instance, if I see 2 early Reapers, I need a bunker right away and make sure my marine production's going and make sure I don't lose my first couple marines. No problem. Not like I'm recording or anything. Yeah, so if I see 2 early Reapers, I need a bunker. I need to continue SCV production. I need to pull SCVs to keep my first couple Marines alive as best I can, because that's really important. If you just lose your first Marine for free and don't kill anything, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And still take your gas because you want to put a planetary at your natural right away. Even before your factory. Because the PF at the natural really limits the mobility of the Reapers. It means, you know, there's certain places they can't go anymore. You know how many times I've heard that line? I have one more game to be Master League. Oh, all of a sudden he doesn't have to go.
Game resumed.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Not enough minerals.
I just found out after I don't get a free win that I don't have to go. That's just, I actually prefer to play, so this is a good thing for me, but still kind of funny. Gives me bunker, supply depot, next marine, and gas.
Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Got him. Sec. Alright, I don't think we're gonna see another Reaper.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Add-on complete. Command center upgrade complete. Research complete. Add-on complete. Add-on complete.
Okay. So he had to get 2 scans to get that information, but he's got the information now. Let's go ahead and turn on depot.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Research complete.
There's something in the way.
Interesting.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Base is under attack.
Very interesting.
Add-on complete. Our SCVs are under attack.
We lost game here.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Our SCVs are under attack. Not enough energy. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough energy.
This is like worst case scenario. It's kind of weird how you have Marines all over the map at the start of the game. I'm not sure what that's even about.
Mineral field depleted. Command center upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy.
Alright, we're gonna need structure armor, and we're gonna need
Mineral field depleted.
this.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough energy.
We can use some help. I can't build here.
Command center upgrade complete.
Let's go find out what this is.
Upgrade. Not enough energy. Base is under attack. Insufficient Vespine gas.
I can't build here. There's something in the way.
Mineral field depleted.
We could use some help here.
This vessel requires assistance.
There's something in the way. There's something in the way.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Add-on complete.
I can't build here.
Our SCVs are under attack. Command center. Add-on complete.
I can't build here. I can't build here. I can't build here. I can't build here.
Mineral field depleted. Command center upgrade complete.
I can't build here.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Upgrade.
That's a negatory. It's blocked.
Mineral field depleted. Vespine geyser
Can't build
exhausted.
here. I can't build. There's something in the way.
Mineral field depleted. Vespine geyser exhausted.
can't build here.
Just in case you decide to jump B season.
I can't build here. I can't build here.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Upgrade complete. Base is under attack.
I can't build here. I can't build here.
Mineral field. Mineral field complete. Mineral field depleted.
There's something in the way.
Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy. Command center upgrade complete.
Those just outside the range of a sensor tower.
Command center upgrade complete.
Feeling very good because I got the corner bases, so not feeling super pressured to do anything on offensive. I think the longer I wait and build up energy and establish my side of the map, better it'll be for me.
I can't build here. I can't build here. I can't build here.
Unacceptable command. Mineral field depleted. Unacceptable command. Command center upgrade complete. Mineral field.
You're actually got me pretty good there.
Is under attack detected. Your forces are under attack. Vespine geyser exhausted. Mineral launch detected. Their steam geyser exhausted. Mineral field depleted. Unacceptable. Maximum. Base is under attack. Upgrade complete. Base is under steam geyser exhausted.
Wrecked.
Mineral field depleted.
How I got that selected?
Mineral field depleted. Base is under attack. Mineral Base is under attack. Mineral field depleted. Our SCVs are under attack. Rescue.
EMPs aren't a big deal if they don't kill you. Which they don't. As long as you can survive beyond it.
Command center upgrade complete.
I can't build here.
Base is under attack. Mineral field depleted. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Our SCVs are under attack. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
This vessel requires
Mineral field depleted. Your forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. base is under attack. Nuclear launch detected. Mineral field depleted.
Oh, I got off.
Not enough. Mineral field depleted. Not enough.
The question he has to ask himself is, what is he pushing towards? Like, let's say he makes some progress, right? And he kills out this base, and he gets up over here. Okay. I still have infinite ravens. I'm still mining out the corner bases. And you've killed a dried out planetary and traded extremely poorly in trying to gain that position. My goal right now is to mine out the corner bases. That's why I was kind of muling them out. Like, for instance, this base is fresher, so this will be my last base to mine out, but it just seems less likely for him to be able to take this. Same goes to this base here. The corner bases are more likely to be his target. And for that reason, I want these patches to disappear, and obviously I can't do anything but extending. I can't speed up the gas intake. That's just whatever you get from 3 workers.
Mineral field depleted.
I probably should have thrown out more production. Definitely. I got to the point where I can't lose,
depleted.
so let's just let's go up to
Mineral
say
field
9
depleted.
starports and maybe get some more factories just for the heck of it. And, start getting these upgrades too. You never know. Maybe throwing out a big batch of Blue Flame Hellions might save me if I lose all my Ravens to something. One tough thing was that Seeker Missile does so little damage. And if I really want to engage in a Ghost, I probably want to do it with Seeker Missile, because it's less likely to get EMP'd hard, rather than flying over it with auto turrets. And yeah, a low damage Seeker Missile when he has Medivacs to heal up the damage done. It's almost like EMPing myself. It takes a lot of energy out of my Ravens. So I felt kind of energy starved, even though I have 45 Ravens right now. Probably more, actually, with that wave came in, 48. So I was doing something like this, split them up. He moves his Ghost EMP the bottom ones, but my top ones still have the energy to come in and continue. Still got some good EMPs off. Just because the EMPs a Raven, it's only 100 energy, it's not like feedback, that's all your energy. So there's still a chance that, 150 energy Raven that gets hit can still throw down an auto turret. Nice thing is his DPS isn't that strong. It's a lot of tanks and ghosts. I guess ghosts do decent damage because they do bonus to light. But the EMP does not do damage. And we do have +3 armor. Yeah, we're up to 54 Ravens now. Goodbye, SCVs. So that's 54 Ravens without any energy. Doing little hit squads is fine too, but you need more than a hit squad to Seeker Missile down a Ghost. Ghosts have a... For a tiny model, they're actually quite powerful. Like a Marine, even with Combat Shield, only has 55 hit points. Ghost has 100 hit points. It's like 2 Marines worth of health, so you really need to lay into it with a lot of Seeker Missiles if you expect them to die. And my energy count, despite having a lot of Ravens, is not that big. It's definitely mining out at this point. I guess I could be, well, he actually went planetaries. I was about to say I could be muling his bases. I can mule this. Steal his last 140. I actually missed the last interference matrix here. They got 2, then they flew these guys in. I guess whoever was targeting it was the one that got EMP'd. But that was 300 gas he spent just to kill some missile turrets. And he's losing the ghosts. He has 133 gas left and another 700 there. Another 1500 there. So he's got about 2600 gas to win the game with. No, he actually has gas at home too. We'll round it up. We'll say 3000 gas to win the game with. And his army is just a ragtag little batch of units. He's not going to get there. Yeah, the push out the middle I don't get. You can push for an expansion, right? If he tries to come over here, then if he kills off the space, all of a sudden this, well, say you did it earlier, all of a sudden this 2800 gas that would have been mine now becomes his. So that's reversing 5600 gas in terms of like the value endgame. So that would make sense. Pushing up the middle, he's either got to kill all my production and all my army. Like that's the only thing he can do by pushing up the middle. But probably made for a good game on the units lost tab. Yeah. 53,000 to 20,000. So this is what I mean by value, winning the value victory. You got to think of how the game ends in terms of someone running out of resources, which comes down to 2 things. One is mining bases, Did we split the map in half and equally mine the same amounts? No. I got to mine entire full base more than my opponent. So that's, sorry, 2 bases more than my opponent, I should say, by taking both corners. The other thing is who ended up losing more resources, right? So even if we were on equal bases, say he mined out the top left, then he's still 32,000 behind on units lost, which means I get an extra 32,000 to spend. Almost every game of Starcraft is ended by tempo. You know, my army is bigger than your army, therefore I get to kill one of your bases, which makes my economy bigger than your economy, which means you can't rebuild your army as well. So my army advantage gets even bigger, then my economy advantage gets even bigger, and then you just kind of overwhelm. But there is this sort of long value sort of game if you want to play this style. It's a different mindset. It's a different win condition. And if you practice it, you can become familiar with a game that your opponents may have never even considered playing before. They may think of nukes as like a nice tempo thing, right? You just keep nuking everywhere, stress your opponent's multitasking, maybe kill a base. And that's great for a tempo victory, but nukes are horrible for a value game. Because every nuke you cast costs 100 gas, and even if it lands, will most likely not do 100 gas worth of damage. Like if you cast it here, for instance, you do a little bit of damage to the PF and kill 2 missile turrets. That's very little damage. Also, every time you cast the nuke, you risk losing the ghost, and you risk getting the, at least against Ravens, you risk getting interference matrix, which is a nuke that doesn't go anywhere, but you still have to pay for. Same thing, you might say, well, I got this big mineral bank, let me start doing like Hellion run-bys, and you might come in and start killing workers here and there. But the game's not really at a tempo part of the game, and if you spend 10 Hellions to kill 10 workers, well, you just, the Hellions cost twice as much as the workers, so it's definitely not worth it. Anyways, with that, we'll call it the end of this game. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.